Tuesday, April 8th, 2025, and yeah, I got a sore throat today. Oh well, I hope my voice is gonna handle okay. Okay, so we are going shopping today. I got my Costco bag. We're going to a place called MAYAK, and it says hypermarket Nizhnych Cen. So it's a hypermarket with the lowest prices, and we're gonna go inside and pick up a few items. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So in the US, they have Sam's Club and, of course, Costco. And I guess this would be Russia's version of a Sam's Club, and let's call it Misha's Club. No, it's called Mayak. What does Mayak mean? It means a beacon, something that is kind of projecting outward. Sorry, this is not oil, this is antifreeze. And how much is the antifreeze? For 5 liters, $7.79 for 5 liters of antifreeze. Okay, moving on. They even have carburetor cleaner here, and the price is 344 rubles for carburetor cleaner. Interesting that they got this carb cleaner here because everybody's fuel injected now. So who's going to be using carbs? I don't know. But they got it. Okay, maybe it's for small lawnmowers or whippersnippers that have little carburetors. But there it is. Okay, I need toilet paper, and there's no shortage of toilet paper, so I gotta pick out the best deal. Let's go take a look. So this is the one that I'm gonna get. It's called Ziwa Comfort. It's a 3-ply, and it is 174 rubles for 6 rolls. So there's toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper, and it goes all the way down. But this is the one that I want. Here's Gazprom brand classic 5W40 oil. So for 4 liters, it is 1,089 rubles for 5W40. It's interesting that right beside the oil, you got toothbrushes. All right, here, Colgate. Colgate toothbrushes are right here, 104. That's the Barbie brand. Yeah, that's the Barbie brand. Okay, but you can get cheaper. Here's for 74. Zubная щетка. Still a toothbrush. It's pink, just like the way Barbie likes it. And toothpaste. How much is toothpaste? Well, you can get the Western brand, Colgate, and Colgate Total 12 for the 125 mil is 234 rubles. But you can get the cheaper, the Lacalat. Never heard of this one before. How much is this Lacalat? 229, a little bit cheaper. And Zubная pasta Taka. Where is the Taka? I don't see it. Here's another Lacalat's for sensitive care, 139. There it is, the sensitive. All right, so lots of toothpaste. Over here in the corner, there are air fresheners, and here's one for 69 rubles. Some sort of Master Fresh. And lots of air fresheners. And over here, the Bic brand for shavers. Okay, it comes with a whole bunch of blades, 6 extra blades for 309 rubles. Let's take a look and see what is this. It says coconut oil shampoo. Okay, and what's the price of this coconut oil shampoo? 334 rubles. And more toilet paper. I think the truck just arrived today because they got That's a lot of toilet paper. I guess there's a demand. Okay. And over here, all the way this way, is all the different types of hand soaps and shampoos. Right here we have this Sorty color. This is like a color soft laundry detergent for 389 rubles. What's the size of this? I don't know, looks like 4 liters, I guess. Fairly big size. Alright, let's move on. Well, barbecue season is around the corner, and they got briquettes here. Briquette, premium briquettes, 2 kilogram size for 229 rubles. So it's about 10:30 in the morning right now, and this place is not busy. Let's turn the camera around. Let's see how many people are in this building. There it is. Nobody here except a few customers. It's perfect. So not bumping into everybody. Usually on the weekends when you come here, this place is pretty busy. So this place is more of a no frills. They just lay it out and you pick it up. Oh, choco pies. Okay, we call these wagon wheels in Canada. And it's choco pies out here. And how much are they? 224 rubles. Oh, and they have different assortment. Okay. So yeah, this is the вкусняшки. Yeah, all your little snacks and cookies. And different sizes. Here's these ones. Fresh pie. Kind of look like little Twinkies. And they are fresh pie. 104 rubles. Oh, and here's some with the filling. Looks like some sort of a strawberry filling. And they're also 104 rubles. Here's the Frutella brand. And like little jelly things. And how much do they cost? 159 rubles. Or you got the little basic candies. So for 1 kilo, 319 rubles. For 1 kilo of just the basic candies. So this is the candy aisle here, and I was just thinking, if there was no demand for candies, I'm sure they would not be stocking so many candies. I mean, it's like it even goes down this way. This is all just candies, candies, candies. And choco pies, and I don't know, waffles. You name it, they got it. Look at this, still got Christmas items here. Toffee Fake Christmas Edition. And 344 rubles. Trying to blow them out the door. I think they can lower the price. Here's the instant coffee. So it's the Ambassador Platinum. And it is 504 rubles for 190 grams. There it is. Check this out. Pretty coarse. Ambassador brand. And there's some cheaper ones here. There's 100 grams for 254. Coffee, MAYAK coffee. Okay. MAYAK coffee. So instant coffee. Lots. Oh, Nescafe. Here we go. Here's some Nescafe. It's a little bit pricey. 429 rubles. Or they have the ground coffee, and it goes all the way down that way. Here's another popular brand, the Maxim. And for 80 grams, 219 rubles. Right here, Nescafe Gold. And for 170 grams, 444 rubles. Nescafe Gold. Okay, so we're getting into the canned goods. And this is the canned fish right over here. Okay. And this is also the canned beef and the canned pork. Probably canned chicken too. And on this side, it is the fruits, canned fruits. Okay, here's some black olives. And for 314 gram size, 114 rubles. Here it is. Masliny. So, black olives. Olivki are the green ones, and masliny are the black ones. Here's a popular brand, Iberica, and these are the olivki, the green ones, and they are 144 rubles. Canned corn. How much is this canned corn? Kukuruza, 74 rubles. But right beside it, we got a different brand, Kukuruza, and it's also good size, 360 gram. And this one was 340 gram for 74 rubles. This one's 114. So wow, it's like 35-40 rubles more expensive. But it comes in a glass jar, whereas this is in a tin can and can get bent up pretty easy. Peas, canned peas. Okay, how much are canned peas? For 400 grams, 94 rubles for 400 grams. Pickles. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna get some pickles. These are the kind of pickles that I like. It's called cornichone. Okay, and they are the smaller ones. I like the smaller ones because they're a little bit more crunchy. So I'm gonna grab it, and it is 124 rubles. All right. So along with my toilet paper, second item, pickles. Let's move on. Here is canned ham. Okay, here it is. So it comes in this little can, and the price for 325 grams, 189. But right beside it, you got говядина, and говядина is beef. There it is. And the price for 525 grams, 179 rubles. So the beef is actually cheaper than the pork. But that's not to say that beef is always cheaper than pork here in Russia. It could be that the brands, so the beef might be a lower quality than the pork. I don't know. I guess you would have to buy both and try them out and see which one is better. But I don't need any of the canned beef. I don't need any of the canned pork, so let's move on. It's always good to have rice as a staple around the house. So right here, this 3 kilogram bag for 336 rubles for 3 kilos of rice. But we have enough rice at home, so we're not picking up any rice today. All right, we're getting into the freezer section here, and it's not really that big. I mean, it's 15 meters long. And let's see if we can get some deals. Here's some frozen green beans. And for 300 grams, 179 rubles. Or you have the mixed vegetables. Looks like there's some corn, some carrots, some beans, peas. And for 800 grams, 194 rubles. Actually, this one was 800 grams also, not 300. All right. So there's a lot of vegetables. Okay. And coming down over here, it is, looks like frozen pork. Well, this is all sold out. Guess they're waiting to stock it up. And imitation crab sticks or fish sticks. And what do we got here? What's the price on it? Okay, here we have some crab sticks. There it is, frozen crab sticks. And the price is 64 rubles for 200 grams. Over here we got frozen chicken. It's all cut up, looks like wings. And what is the price? Price here is 289 rubles per kilo, I guess, because they're all individually priced. So this right here is 280 rubles for this amount of frozen chicken wings. All right, moving on. Yeah, it looks like they need to restock this today, whenever. And you got the whole cut up chickens right over here, or the whole chickens. Actually, this is a utka. So this right here is a duck. All right. And here are some beef steaks. This right here is a frozen rib steak, and the price is, let's take a look, 661 rubles for a rib steak. Okay, so price seems okay to me, but I'm not buying any rib steak today. So I'm just gonna keep moving on and seeing what other deals there are. So we came to the area where they have pilmeni, and starting from right here, right from this freezer, and all the way about halfway down that way, it's pilmeni. If you're wondering what pilmeni are, it's basically small pieces of dough, and it has a filling inside, usually would be for pork. So let's turn around and let's see what kind of pilmeni there are. Here they are. So what you do is you just get some water and you throw them in when the water is boiling, and then you eat it with usually sour cream. And the price is 174 rubles for a bag that's 700 grams. Now this is usually the average size, but you can get smaller ones that are like the size of a pinky nail, or you can get larger ones. So let's take a look over here. Yeah, here are all the little ones. They're really, really small. And then, like, talk about different brands. There's so many different brands here. Even over here, they got some bigger ones, like these ones. Here's a bag of some bigger ones right here. There it is. And it's a 1 kilo bag, 139 rubles. There's so many more. And we come across some cutlets. So they got different kinds. So they got the Kievskaya, or the Moskovskaya. And here's some cutlets that are from chicken. And I think these ones over here are the pork ones. So what is the price? Well, there we go, 219 rubles. So whether you want the Ukrainian style or the Russian style, Kievsky, Moskovsky, you know, they have it all. They're not discriminating that, oh, it's from Kiev, it's got to be bad. You know, we only do the Russian ones. I'm sure that if this was in Ukraine, they'd be saying, oh, if it's Russian, it's got to be really bad. Well, take a look at that. Kievsky, Moskovsky, whichever one you want. No discrimination. Choose and be happy. Here's a popular brand, Ratimir, and these are blinchiki. Okay, so these are pretty good to have in the morning. And what is the price? They range from 124 rubles or 119 rubles. This one over here, I don't know. We could open it and we could see 119 rubles. Okay, now we're gonna go into the cooler, and this is where all the super chilled food and meat is located. Let's go inside. Looks like I'm the only one in here. All right, let's go down this way. Here's a good deal. I usually like to eat this. This is small little salmon pieces. And what's the price? 119 rubles. There it is. This is actually pretty good. If you're watching a movie or whatever and you want a little snack, it's smoked salmon. And here are some eggs. And what do we got? For 30 eggs, 319 rubles. For 30 eggs. It looks like there was more. There was 289 rubles. And it was for 30. And obviously sold out. So they need to restock this shelf. And here is some marble cheese. And what's the price of it? 369 rubles for 400 grams marble cheese. And over here is the классический, so just the classic white cheese. And what's that price? 300 grams for 304 rubles. So right next to the dairy products of the cheese and the milk and the eggs, this side behind me is sausage going all the way down. Let's go take a look at it. Well, their pepperoni area is all well stocked, and the price being 309 rubles per kilo. So let's take a look at this one. And 298 rubles for almost a kilo. And how many do we get here? There are 14. So for 14 pieces of pepperoni, 298 rubles. Or you can get these little guys, the little small ones here. And I wonder if they're individually priced. No, they're not. So for 800 grams, 254 rubles. This is my go-to ham. This is the one that I get. It's the Ratimir, 389 rubles per kilo. So it's cheaper than any of the other supermarkets, and yet it is the Ratimir brand. So how much does this cost? This costs 466 rubles for 1.196 grams. Kilogram. So okay, just over a kilo of really good ham. All right, perfect for sandwiches or ham and eggs. I don't know what it is with the bacon, but the bacon is small sized, 200 grams, 174 rubles. So yeah, even in Russia, bacon is a little bit pricey. Oh well, let's keep moving. Lots of sausage here. Here's even some pre-cut. So if you're going to be making sandwiches, okay, what is this? 114 rubles for this right here. Or this looks like some pepperoni. Yeah, pepperoni right here for 169 rubles. Here's also another kind of sausage that has a Ukrainian name to it. It's called Poltatskaya. So I'm assuming it's from Poltava region. That's where the origin of this kind of sausage is. I don't know. But there it is. Poltavska. I know there's a city in Ukraine called Poltava. So maybe this is where the recipe originated from. What's the price? 214 rubles for 400 grams. Or you can get one of these big bad boys right here. These things are huge. And they're all individually priced. So check this one out. It is huge. But the price on it is, let's see here, 522 rubles. Now that is a big kolbasa. That's a big sausage. Wow. Or they have these, a couple coils. There's that 2 coils of sausage right there. And I don't even know the price. Where would the price be? I think the price fell off. Oh, wait a minute. They're all individually priced right here. 377 ruble for Krakowskaya. Okay. And since Khabarovsk has a large community of Koreans, they actually carry Korean products here in stores. So I came across, for those of you that know these little red tubs, gochujang, hot chili pepper paste. This reminds me of the days when I lived in Korea. Lived in South Korea for 18 years, and gochujang was put into pretty much everything. And what is the price on it? Let's take a look. It is 234 rubles for this little tub. And right here, kimchi. And what is the price of the kimchi? Let's take a look. For 500 grams, it is 134 rubles for some kimchi, but it looks like it is being imported from China, not from Korea. All right, let's move on. Well, that pretty much covers the MAYAK shopping experience. And what do I got here? 4 items. Yeah, I think I brought a little bit of an oversized Costco bag. So for the 4 items, and let's go over there to the kassa or the checkout, and let's pay. Let's go. As we're walking up to the checkout, we got some Belgian wheat beer. There it is, Belgian wheat beer, but it's Cheer Day brand, which is a Chinese brand. And for 1 liter, 279 rubles. It comes in this tin can. And here is more Cheer Day. Here are the smaller cans, 500 ml for 124 rubles. Cheer Day brand seems to be pretty popular here in the Russian Far East. So lots of beer here, but we're not getting any beer. And here's the Harbin brand beer with glass bottles. And for the 610 milliliter, 164 rubles. And here's some El Capulco. Okay, it's beer, small bottles. Let's take a look at one here. So there it is. It's a small bottle. And only 400 mils for 74 rubles. I wonder where this beer is from. Well, this Mexican beer is actually being produced in China. So it's being imported from China, but it is Mexican beer. 74 rubles. All right, let's take our 4 items to the checkout. There it is, 886 rubles for my 4 items. So how much is 886 rubles? I'm thinking somewhere around 15 bucks. Not bad. So that's my shopping experience here at MAYAK. Got my 4 items. I came here for the toilet paper. And what did I get again? Almost forgot. I gotta see. I got a jar of pickles. I got the ham, and I got the smoked salmon. So there it is. If you like this video, smash the like button. It helps in the algorithm. Leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. I'm actually surprised that my voice held up today. So yeah, I got a bit of a sore throat today. I don't know. Probably drinking too much cold water. All right, I gotta go. Take care, and paka paka.